Minnesota is rust. Is this a street rod? Remember, the owner of each of these vehicles we're talking about in these various series, they have defined it themselves as what I asked the question about. So the owner of this considers this vehicle to be a street rod. And I wholeheartedly agree. So why? Step one, it's modified for modern driving, modified for easier driving, modified for more comfortable driving. Here's a Model A. Pretty sure it's not a 32 or 33, but Model A with a fuel-injected small block Chevy. Pretty sure that is kind of like a ram horn or a ramjet intake on the top. So we've got that going on. We have modern radial tires with a little bit bigger in the back, but not the littles in the front for sure. So those are, you look like a 225, 235 at least in the front. So not the, bicycle tires in the front and big dogs in the back. The interior appears to be quite customized. At first I thought that was a removable top, but nope, I don't see any seam on the A-pillars where you can kind of see one on the B-pillars. So somebody took a roadster or a convertible and made this out of it. A lot of people hours into that. If you look at the side pipes, you can see the exhaust kind of sneaking out on the outside of the frame rails behind the front wheels, and then be covered up where you'd step over so you don't, what do they call it on a Cobra, a snake bite, so you don't burn your leg there. And then you can see the outlet right in front of the rear tires. So that's pretty tasteful there. Front suspension. I see independent front suspension. Yeah, not that a drop I-beam can't handle or isn't safe, but independent front gives you a smoother ride, better handling, typically more options for brakes. I would guess they're disc brakes front and rear on this. Can't quite see the rear, and I can kind of see the front. The headlights look like they are a modernized headlight. It appears that the markers or the blinkers are in either the top half or the bottom half. They're kind of divided there, hard to see, but they are what they are. Looks like there's kind of those baby fenders that just cover the wheel, almost like a motorcycle rear fender. I can see the kind of like it goes right down like a mud flap almost on the bottom of the front tires to keep debris and rocks and whatever else from flying up. Something that looks this nice with this shiny of a paint, I can see a lot of time was put in to make that paint look the way it does, is one of the bigger signs of a street rod is that what it looks like is very important. The chrome, the lines, the trim. I'm more of that traditional hot rod kind of guy. Just, first of all, get it running like a rat rod, get it running. And then if you want to make it look like a classic hot rod, that traditional, going back to the, 40s, 50s, then go ahead. But this is, all those steps beyond. I'm sure it has, electric fans, cruise control. I can see a bunch of accessories hanging out in front of the motor there. Probably air conditioning, all the things that would make it nice to drive. Fuel tank, it looks like a filler behind the rear window, little quarter windows there. Gas tanks would move to the back. So, yeah, for all those reasons and more that I probably haven't talked about, this here, my friends, is a street rod. Minnesota is rust.